Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, welcome to our presentation. And this presentation was made by me, Bestanto Muhammad Razaki, Misbakh Hafid Rebet, and Rizky Ramadhan. We hope you enjoy this presentation.
Okay, in this presentation, I want to explain you about explanation text. What is explanation text? According to Macmillan Dictionary, the explanation text is a description of how something works or how to do something. Explanation text is to say how and why of the forming of the phenomena. It features numbered point and activities. According to literacy ideas, explanation text explain details and logically describe the states in process. Some examples are how a steam engine works or why we blink when we sneeze. So we can conclude that explanation text is a text that tells the readers how to make some or how to do some things in scientific language with some features like points, times, numbers, and others. So what's the function of explanation text? According to Mark Anderson and Kathy Anderson in 1997, so what's the function of explanation text? According to Mark Anderson and Kathy Anderson in 1972, explanation text type is often used to tell how and why things or phenomena occur in nature. Explanation text is also used to explain why or how something happens. So, what we can conclude about it? Explanation text is used to inform the readers to why something is made in scientific ways. Next.
Today we'll talk about 5 language features of explanation text. Actually, there's a lot of different language features, but this 5 is usually occurs in every explanation text. Okay, the first one is simple present tense. Why we use simple present tense in explanation text? Simple because the simple present tense uh, it it describes a fact. We'll take a look at its example. The first one is they produce laser for cosmetic and surgery. The second one, the software executes thousands of line of codes. And the third one, the Queen of England live in Buckingham Palace. The second one, action verbs. Action verbs are the that are used to describe an action that is occurring. So this is type of verb that we do something. Let's take a look at the example. The first one is the lightning struck the tree. The storm is flooding many houses along the coast. And the third one is they inject the rat with drugs. Okay, the next one is passive voice. The use of passive voice emphasizes the focus on the every event or activity that is taking place and not the subject. The examples are in the beginning, the universe was created. Second one, the America was discovered accidentally by a great seaman who was looking for something else. And the third one is the car has been replaced by oil. Next one is noun phrase. The text is a noun phrase that functions as an adverbial which explains the entire clause by adding information about the time, place, condition, way, reason, or purpose. Let's take a look at the example. The first one is the current economic weakness may be a result of, of high energy price. We can see that the result is explain the current economic weeks. The next example, the pilot buried his treasure on an island for retirement. And the last one, is delivered is deeper after it reads. Okay, the last one is about technical terms. It refers to technical terms related to the phenomenon that is discussed. The example are kinetic energy. The energy of motion is separated into three categories: as are vibrational, rotational, and transitional, which relate to how the movement is. We can see that the uh, technical terms such as kinetic energy, vibrational, rotational, transitional, those are the technical terms. Second one is object code is an output from a machine assembler that can be converted into working machine code. And the last one is where quantity is defined as the physical quantity that has only magnitude, for example, mass and electric charge. Okay, next please. We can see that the main purpose of explanation text is to explain how and why a thing happened and its from adaptation of phenomena. So it's non-fiction, it's fiction itself is about the general of something, not too specific, the object of the person or the event, and etc. And the second one is procedural text. The procedural text is to tell how about to do something through a series of steps and is to describe how something is accomplished through a sequence of action of text. The last one is descriptive text. It's pretty similar with explanation text because it's based on real situation or real phenomenon, but this type of text is which say what a person or things like. So we talk about the object, the color, the shape, and etc. And the purpose is to describe and reveal a particular person, place, or thing, so the reader can imagine that. Okay, so yeah, next.
Next, example and generic structure. In the left side is explanation text, and in the right side is procedure text. So in explanation text, the generic structure is first is general statement. The general statement is stating the phenomenon issues which are to be explained. Earthquake is one of the most destroying natural disaster, unlikely to often happen in several regions. So in the second one is sequence explanation. Sequence explanation is stating a series of steps which explain the phenomena. So it's explained that the steps why the phenomena can be happen. So and the last one is closing. Closing is optional. You can use that or not use that. Closing is contains a conclusion of general statement and sequence explanation. So in a procedure text, the structure is first is goal. How to make iced tea, it's a goal. It contains the purpose of the text. So in the second one is materials, tea bags or tea leaves, ice cubes, sugar, water. So it is content of the material that used in the process. So in the last one is steps. Step is contents of the step to make something in the bowl. Boil the water, steep tea, add sugar, and something. So explanation text is to say why and how of the form or of the forming of the phenomena. But the procedure text is instruction text that use command or imperative sentence. So next, in the right side is descriptive text. The first generic structure of descriptive text is identification. Identification is contents about the introduction of a person, place, or something that will be described. So in this text is Pink Beach or Pantai Merah Muda. So in the second one is description. Description is contains a description of something such as animal or place. So in this case, descriptive text. So this is descriptive text explain whether a person or an object is like, whether its form, its properties, its amount, and others, and it's about the sensory experience of the writer. Next.
Okay. After the presentation, can conclude that in one side, explanation text is formed in a mode of description. It focuses on one thing, which is explained, and in another side, procedure text or instructions text is constructed in a mode of instruction and command. That is why procedures text is sometimes called instruction text. And the descriptive text is explains about whether a person or an object, like whether it's from its properties, its amount, and others, and is about sensory experience. This is our text reference. There's like 10 or 12 reference that we got for this today's presentation. Because it's online, you can ask us any question in comment sections down below. Thank you very much for your attention. I'm Misbakh. Say goodbye. Bye-bye.